From NBC News, this is Today.
We're going to talk about a story. I mean, the beach is one of the last places you would ever worry about being hit by a car, but that is exactly what happened to a young mother who was run over by a lifeguard's patrol truck as she sunbathed in Daytona. It happened right in front of her young children. It left that woman with a fractured skull and broken ribs. This morning, she is here to share her story in an exclusive live interview.
All right, and we also had this interview you've done with Brad Pitt.
But we begin with a young mother who was actually run over by a patrol truck while she was sunbathing on a Florida beach. We're going to talk to her exclusively in just a moment, but first, NBC's Janet Shamlian has the details. Janet, good morning to you.
Matt, good morning to you. It's one of the well-known attractions here on Daytona Beach. Cars can cruise along the sand, but only in designated and very well-marked areas like we're seeing right here. In fact, that was one of the attractions for the Joynt family when they came here from Wichita, Kansas. They parked their vehicle right on the beach, never dreaming what would happen just a short time later.
Oh, what'd you do today?
At the home of Chris and Erin Joynt in Wichita, Kansas, summer memories are fading as fast as their suntans.
This day was the first one. Oh, it was?
Unless you look closely at Erin, where paralysis on the left side of her face is a constant reminder of a day that started full of promise and ended in near tragedy.
It was a beautiful morning. It was quiet. There really weren't that many people on the beach itself.
The Joynts had just arrived for vacation on the sun-kissed beaches of Daytona. One last summer fling before school. Chris took Anthony and Hannah out to the water to look for seashells, and Erin was soaking up the sun when witnesses say they saw what can only be described as a scene of horror.
I thought it was doing a U-turn, but it just turned the wrong side and ran over a lady who was lying prone on the sand.
Officials confirm a lifeguard behind the wheel of a patrol truck veered out of the beach's designated vehicle lane, driving over Erin's head and her back.
You don't have any recollection of the accident?
No.
None?
None.
A fractured skull, broken ribs, a collapsed lung, memory loss, constant pain, and the left side of her face paralyzed. She hopes it's only temporary. Erin's 8-year-old daughter was among those on the beach who saw it happen.
I thought that we were going to lose her forever. And we're never going to see her again.
You're scared?
I was scared to death.
Daytona has long been known for allowing cars to cruise the beach. But 2 children were killed by vehicles here last year. And now with Erin's accident, it's a policy under review.
We're beginning to take a very hard look at the way we manage the beach in terms of the vehicle use.
Officials say the 21-year-old lifeguard had no alcohol in his system and has not been charged.
Good job.
As for Erin, she's focused on her family, knowing what a gift each day truly is.
You go through life and you don't think that day is going to be your last. And just thinking about, sorry. It's okay. My kids that day, I could have left them that day. Absolutely. They could have grown up without me being in their lives, and that's hard for me to swallow.
With all those injuries, doctors say Erin has made just a remarkable recovery. But what they say is truly amazing, Matt, is that with that tire driving over her head, that she survived this accident at all. Back to you.
All right, Janet Shamlian for us on this story. Janet, thank you very much. Erin Joynt is with us exclusively, along with her husband, Chris, and their 2 children, Hannah and Anthony. John Phillips is the family's attorney. Good morning, everybody. It's good to see you.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What are the lingering effects? I mean, I can notice a little bit of a problem on one side of your face. What are you feeling?
Really, I'm not feeling a whole lot on my face itself on that side.
Which way were you lying, Erin? I mean, where did the tire actually hit you?
It actually went over the right side of my head and down my back.
I mean, you said to Janet in the piece, you don't remember anything. Do you remember the sound of the truck getting close to you? Do you remember? None of that.
No, none of it. The doctors say it saved my life, that I was actually that relaxed.
The first thing you remember, I think, is kind of a good Samaritan helping you out and telling you to relax and lie still.
Yeah, I remember waking up and hearing this voice saying, just lay still, and I was reaching out, and I actually touched him, and he said, yeah, hold on to my leg, and don't move.
Were you in terrible pain at that point?
I don't think so. I don't really remember what all was going on.
Can you describe what you saw, considering, without getting too graphic, what you saw when you first saw your wife, Chris?
Basically, all I saw was her laying underneath the truck door. The lifeguard had opened the door, and there she was laying. Blood on both sides of her. That's about it. I mean,
you have to, if you hear, when you come back from the water and you hear the truck ran over your wife, most of the time that ends with, and she's no longer with us. Right. I mean, that had to be going through your mind.
Very much so.
And Hannah, you did something really smart here, I want to tell people, because you saw this happen, right? And you made sure your brother didn't look. Is that true? What did you do?
I just turned him around and made sure he didn't even know what was going on.
So you kind of kept him distracted.
I kept him distracted so he wouldn't go through the pain that I thought.
How'd you think of that?
I thought it was pretty grown up.
This is really grown up. It really is. You have taken the idea here, Erin, not to get angry about this, that it doesn't do any good to get angry. The driver of the truck, I think 21 years old, is that correct? No alcohol in his system, not charged with a crime. What do you think should happen to that driver?
I like to go with the fact that mistakes happen, but we all have to be responsible for our actions, and I feel that there should be some outcome here.
John, what legal outcome would you like to see?
First of all, thanks for having the family. This is a very amazing and remarkable family, and I'm honored to represent them. There's accountability issues, civil, traffic. If you and I had been in an incident like this, we certainly would have been charged. There's going to be a lawsuit that results. The issue here is anytime a county entity is involved, there are a lot of hurdles, and a county or any government entity should be just as accountable as you and I, but there's a lawsuit pending.
The most important thing here is that you survived this and you're doing well, and we wish you continued success with your recovery.
Well, thank you.
Good for you, Erin. Folks, nice to have you here. Great job, Hannah. Way to go. We're going to be back in a moment. Let's get a check of the weather from Al.